Alright guys, today we are going to be breaking open 10 cases of 2011 Bowman Chrome. This is brought to you by Blowout Cards, www.blowoutcards.com, hooking us up with 10 cases at a good price. And we're looking forward to pulling some big stuff out of these. So this is the first case, and we will get it going right now with case number one, box number one. And here we go. And box one. Matt Moore Chrome, good way to start the day. Peter Tago insert, and Cliff Lee. Yeah, I have to say it was pretty exciting. Uh-oh, I think we got our first numbered. We got a blue, Garrett Gold, Jorge Polanco, and a blue refractor prospect, Neftali Soto. And that is numbered 86 out of 150. Number 86. Yeah, there we go. Good start. Blue refractor. I'm pretty psyched. Cameron Bedrosian, Connor Crumblis, and a Brett Jackson refractor. Manny Banuelos Chrome, Cesar Hernandez, Grant Green, Ian Kinsler, checklist. Posey, Tom Kohler, and Aaron Alther, and a Justin Upton refractor. Audio quality all right, guys. I'm testing out a new headset. Ian Kroll, Aderlin Rodriguez, and Jared Weaver. Dakota Watts, Ramon Flores. Good. Yeah, I just got a headset at Best Buy actually about a couple hours ago. Wanted to go high class for the break. Kevius Sampson, Zach Von Rosenberg, a Brandon Beachy refractor. Nice card there on the back. Corey Riordan, Neftali Soto base, and a Matt Moore, Bowman's best for the Rays. Chris Owings, Alex Colome, Tyler Matzik, die cut. Chipper Jones. Juwan James, and our first auto, Nathan Eovaldi for the Dodgers. That's a base auto, non-numbered. And then Adam Jones. So not a bad auto to start out with. I've actually been picking up a bunch of his autos. I think he's going to be a pretty good pitcher. Ramon Morla, Jake Thompson, and Brent Morrill. Geyer, Anthony Renato, and an Adrian Gonzalez base refractor. Soriano, Skaggs, Gaynor, Machado, Bowman's best. Juan Duran, Ethan Martin, Jonathan Singleton, and that is a Bowman's best. And then we had a David Wright base card. Aaron Hicks, Chris Davis, Will Myers, insert. Couple left. Shouldn't be anything left in this box, but you never know. Jake Marisnick, Tatsuko, Manny Banuelos. It's one of those Bubbles LSD refractors. And Andrew Kashner. No Harpers yet. Nope. We're only on box number 1, so approximately 119 more to go. Josh Judy and DeMaster Delgado and Cole Hamels. That's a refractor. Alright, that's the end of box 1. On to box 2. Alright, first pack, box number 2. Hernandez. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. Cesar Hernandez, Alther, and a Devin Mesoraco. Kohler, Kroll, Zach Greinke refractor, Ogando rookie. Adelin Rodriguez, Dakota Watts, Stetson Ali, refractor. Miguel Tejada, Flores, Kevia Sampson, Zach Von Rosenberg, Corey Riordan, Dustin Ackley rookie. That's nice. Soto, Chris Owings, and a Chipper Jones refractor. John Danks. Colome, Danny Brewer, Manny Banuelos, Bowman's best. Oh, looks like we hit gold. Batista, Zach Quate, Chris Archer, and let's see what we got. It is a veteran, Joe Mauer. There we go, nice hit. Some nice color. Gold refractor, Joe Mauer. And that is numbered 32 of 50. All right. Nice little hit there for the Twins. Jonathan Joseph, Zach Cates, Tony Sanchez throwback. Alex Avila, Matt Packer, Nathan Eovaldi, Machado, die cut. Erasmo Ramirez, and there's Matt Moore again. Second Matt Moore, and a Nelson Cruz refractor. And Alexei Ramirez on the back. Andrew McCutchen, Garrett Gold, and there's auto number 2, Christopher Notorious B.I.G. Wallace. Biggie Smalls, base auto. Not exactly what we're hoping for. I didn't know he was back from the dead playing baseball. Maybe it's a hologram. Chris Sale, rookie card on the back. Jorge Polanco, Cameron Bedrosian, Billy Hamilton, Bowman's best. Connor Crumblis, Manny Banuelos, Alex Rodriguez throwback, and Longoria. Vernon Wells, Juwan James, Ramon Morla, Chipper Jones, throwback. Jake Thompson, Brandon Geyer, Buster Posey refractor, and a Desmond Jennings rookie card. Brett Myers, Anthony Renato, and a Tyler Skaggs. Danny Herron and a checklist. Strasburg, Wade Gaynor. Oh, there we go. Prospect refractor. Erasmo Ramirez, and that is numbered number 121 out of 500. All right. Prospect refractors in Chrome are always cool as you get them numbered out of 500, and then a Dylan Gee. All right. And on we go to box number 3. I think they fall like 2 or 3 per case, the USA Autos. I'm not really sure exactly how those things are falling, but I don't think I pulled any from Chrome. I pulled most of my, I think I pulled a bunch from Draft. I think pretty much every draft box I had a USA Auto. Okay. And on to box number 3. Yeah, 1 case, 1 box with 4. That would have been a great box. Pack number 1, box 3. Rolling along. Mark Rogers, refractor. And then another Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers hot pack right there. Matt Lawless, Chris Archer, Bowman's best. At this price, I don't think we'd break even with 4 USA autos. Especially, did you see the update today? They're saying this stuff's going to move to. Oh, we got orange, fellas. They're saying this stuff's going to move to 100 a box. You need about 10 USA autos to break even. Duda, Adrian Sanchez, Ty Morrison. It's a vet. And let's see who we got. For the Kansas City Royals, Billy Butler. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Do we get jersey? No, no jersey number. 23 out of 25. Billy Butler. All right, there you go. Actually, I've done pretty well with the vet and rookie refractors out of this and last year's. You know, just you put them up and buy it now on eBay, and there we go. There's a Bryce, first Bryce appearance. Bryce Harper, Bowman, Chrome throwback. Throw them up on eBay at some of the colored refractors. Buy it now, and you'd be surprised. Oh, we're going to see Bryce again. Yeah, that's just a base, but that is a Bowman's Futures insert. Excuse me. Brody Colvin, Chase Whitley, Jean Segura. The orange Hosmer non-auto would probably just about cover the cost of the slot. His prices have been crazy. John Pettibone, isn't that Red Sox 2011's guy there? Roman Mendez, Maglio Ordonez refractor. If I have to read another thread about John Pettibone blue refractors and them being BGS 10s, this is a Harper hot box for the die cuts. There you go, refractor. 3 inserts. Now let's match it with a little bit of ink. Maybe one that happens to be a superfractor auto. And Kyle Blair. Oh, what we got here? I think USA has made an appearance. Let's see what we got. We got an X-Fractor. Jeremy Martinez. $250 on $299. Number 163 out of 299. Team USA auto. All right. So theoretically, USA could pull like 25, 30 autos out of this thing. Yeah, me too. I hope we get a nice like Gavin Cecchini. See, a lot of these guys are probably going to go up in value come June. Presley, McNutt, Hunter Pence. I have a couple of Cecchinis. I got one I sent off for grading. A couple I'm holding on to. Brewer, Zach Quate, Jacob Turner, insert. Chris Archer, Jonathan Joseph, Gabby Sanchez, refractor. I don't think Turner has signed anything yet. Yeah, the zucchini. I think we probably got some stuff growing in the garden now after these 80-degree days last week. Zach Cates And there's our next auto. Brian Holiday refractor with one of the streakiest autos I have ever seen. Number 209 out of 500. And Pujols. Yeah, I think everyone's still waiting on the Turner short print autos. I saw a thread yesterday or today maybe about somebody who picked one up in hopes that they were going to be signed. And Wade Gaynor, we get a refractor. That's 271 out of 500. Eovaldi, Starling Marte, Grant Green, Dickie Joe Thon, Michael Blank, and there's a Pence refractor. Garfield, Gregorius, and Christian Colon. Bowman's best. And last pack, box number 3. Andy Dirks, Fernando Abad, and Tyler Matzik, and Adrian Gonzalez. All right. Box 4. All right. Box number 4, pack 1. AJ Cole, Brett Laurie. There we go. Brett Laurie has made an appearance. Aaron Hicks, Pedro Alvarez. So that means in the next pack, we should be waiting on Mr. Harper. And there he is. Bryce Harper Chrome, Hunter Morris, Tyler Pastornicky Chrome for the Braves. That's a good Brave. Velasquez and Brett Laurie. Anybody see how Pastornicky started? I haven't even really been paying attention to the Braves this year. Dykstra, Swaggerty, and Lucas Duda Chrome refractor. Buck 43. All right, so he's not hitting his weight yet. Jordany Valdespin, Brock Holt. Chris Carpenter, Scott Main, and a Will Myers. Bowman's best. Or die cut, excuse me. Steve Cishek, John Gast, Josh Sale. Brett Anderson, Gustavo Pierre, and nope, non-auto. Nathan Eovaldi refractor out of 500, number 321. Brian Holiday, Miles Head, Shelby Miller, die cut refractor, and Brian Wilson and his beard. Looked like that card had a little smudge on it. The Brian Wilson one. Johnny Damon, Kyle Parker, and Enny Ramiro. That's a non-auto. Dan Ugla, refractor, and a checklist. Super sweet checklist. Reese Havens, Jacob Turner Chrome. Eric Hosmer, orange refractor is probably the biggest thing we got right now. A couple of ho-hum autos. I think Nathan Eovaldi auto is best, but we're only on the 4th box, so. Who did I say? Yeah, I wish Hosmer. Billy Butler. Another Jacob Turner Chrome. That's weird. Chrome in back-to-back packs out of Turner. Colton Kane and Ben Revere and an Ivan Nova. 2 Jacob Turner Chromes right in a row. Interesting. Michael Pineda, Kyle Schmidt, and Alex Colome, auto. Non-refractor. So we haven't seen a color auto yet. No color auto, and pretty much no name autos going on right now. I don't think we've seen any other color in this box yet other than a prospect refractor, so let's hold out some hope. Brandon Laird, Rob Brantley, Delino DeShields, LSD, Bubbles, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, let's get the scrubs. We'll get the scrubs out of the way now. Nishioka, Melky Mesa, Luke Jackson. David Price, Jose Casilla, Elmer Reyes, Matt Holliday. Brad Holt, Archimedes Caminero, and a Manny Benuelos, Bowman's best, Scott Cousins. Last pack. Box number 4. Manuel Solomon, Cesar Puello, and a Stephen Drew refractor. Well, that's the end of box 4. Box 5. So no color out of that one. Conger, A.J. Cole, another Laurie, Brett Laurie, base card, non-numbered unfortunately, and a Gary Sanchez, sorry. Unfortunately, I already sold all my Lowry base chromes. I was getting like $7-8 a piece for those things the week before the season. There's Harper, Bryce Harper, Hunter Morris, Ike Davis refractor. Tyler Pastor-Nicky chrome, Miguel Velasquez, and Mike Montgomery. Refractor there from Montgomery. Cutter Dykstra, Jordan Swaggerty, Arodys Vizcaino, and John Lindsay. Darwin Barney, Valdespin, Brock Holt, and a Jameson Tyone Bowman's throwback. Chris Carpenter, Scott Main, Jonathan Sanchez refractor. Tommy Shirley, J.C. Ramirez, Phillies, Lubke. All right. Uh-oh. I like what I see here. Let's see. Does it got it? Ah. That is a non-auto. Too bad. Matt Moore refractor, non-auto out of 500. Number 221. Too bad. Still a nice hit. You probably get a decent coin for that one, though. That happened to me in a value box. I saw the Banuelos out of 500 on the back of the pack, and unfortunately it was not an auto. Zach Dodson, Arcia, Casey McGee, refractor, and Danny Espinosa. Dave Bromberg, Ronnie Welty, Vizcaino, die cut. Melky Mesa, Luke Jackson. Jose Casilla, Elmer Reyes, Carl Crawford, Mike Leake. Brad Holt, Camareno, Shelby Miller, Bowman's best, and a Francisco Liriano. And we got blue, Drebeck, Solomon, Cishek, and a blue non-auto Brad Holt. Number 24 out of 150. No, still waiting on the auto. Cesar Puello, John Gast, Nick Franklin. Yep, there we go. It's in a weird spot for an auto. AJ Cole, base auto. Wade Davis, refractor. Brian Holiday, Miles Head. And last pack, Kyle Parker, Chrome, and Eddie Ramiro. Jeremy Hellickson, rookie. All right, on to the next. Box 6. Kyle Higashioka, Nick Bucci, best card so far. Not anything spectacular, that's for sure. Maybe an orange, yeah, or the AJ Cole auto, Jacob Turner. If you want to be honest, it's probably either the Billy Butler orange or the Laurie or Hopper chromes. Those are probably your top cards right now. I know Laurie chromes were going for about $7-8. I don't think you could sell any of the autos for that much. Kyle Smith, Shin-Soo Choo, refractor. But we're only on, the 6th box of the first case, so we got a long way to go tonight. Brandon Laird, Rob Brantley, Euclid, David Rome, Tyler Moore, and Jesus Montero. The one thing I hate about this year's Bowman is the fact that they're going to do, Tyler Moore has already had 2 chromes, but, 2012 is going to have a million guys who already had chromes. John Pettibone. Yeah, Tyler Moore, a couple home runs the other night I was reading. He's way outperforming Harper right now. I mean, granted, Harper is the youngest guy in AAA and would be. I read he was like he'd be the second youngest guy in AA. Oh, there we go. Good auto. And that is a refractor, folks. Let's see if we can get the camera in on that. Number 490 of 500 for the Yankees, Manny Banuelos. All right. So there you go. There's our new best card. Yeah, Yankees. I had the Yankees in the last Houdini mega break of this. I ended up hitting a Brandon Laird gold and a Banuelos base auto. Yeah, Bauer base and a Nimmo gold. Yeah, that's pretty good. Coburnas, DePaula, D. Gordon. Those two will get you some coin. Kyle Blair, Schaefer Hall, Michael Young refractor. But the Tyler Moore thing, back to that. He's Harper. Everyone loves Harper, obviously, and the prices reflect that. But he's Moore is a stud. It's only a matter of time before he's up there. Rob Scahill and Peter Tago, and that's a refractor. Number 171 of 500. Yeah, I opened a few packs at the LCS the other day, and yesterday I went to go pick up a couple 5,000 count boxes for my sorting, and I did not really do too well in the packs I opened up. Spencer Arroyo, Peter Tago, Vizcaino, and Tulowitzki. Got absolutely killed on draft. Ooh, allergies. Matt Lawless and Adrian Sanchez. Thank you. Pollen's all over the place up here in Mass right now. Ty Morrison, Segura, Bryce Harper, Bowman's best. Sweet card right there. Yeah, 4 boxes of SP. Best card, 28-year-old defense prospect. I don't think, yeah. I don't know if he's going to do that. Dickie Joe Thon, Marte, Chris Johnson. Michael Blank, Cameron Garfield. Oh, what we got back there? Oh, nothing too exciting. Andy Dirks and Manny Machado, Bubbles, LSD, Future Fractor, whatever the hell you want to call it. Last pack, box 6. Fernando Abad, Colvin, Felix Hernandez. All right. So that one, probably the best box we've had. Banuelos Refractor Auto. Box number 7. Well, that's good. That means the weather in Chicago will hopefully be heading out here in a couple of days. They're saying it's supposed to rain for us on the weekend, though, so who knows. Get spoiled with all this 80-degree weather we've been having. Well, today was a little cold. Oh, we got a blue right off the bat. First packs, Greg Hallman, Ramon Flores, and what do we got? Autograph, Melky Mesa. And that 2 for the Yankees. Number 121 out of 150. Probably not the best Yankees we could get, but hey, we'll take it. Yeah, anytime you get a blue refractor Yankees, even if it's a mid-level prospect, they'll buy. That's for sure. Delman Young, Sampson, Rosenberg, Will Myers. Nothing like taking the suspense out of a box. Really? Yeah, I can imagine. My shop owner, he does mostly. He says his best stuff has been Bruins, all the hockey stuff lately. I was in there yesterday, and he had a whole shipment of Bruins autos he had just bought off of eBay. Says he'll get twice what he buys them for in the shop from people just walking in. Colome, Delano to Shields. But I was kind of shocked when he said hockey's by far their best seller. Marte, Thon, Archer. We're going to have some blue. Blank, Garfield, and Tom Kohler. I think that was my public speech professor's name in college. Could be wrong, though. It was definitely Kohler. He's number 43 out of 150. Biggest hit, Banuelos Refractor, and then we just hit our first colored auto, a Melky Mesa blue auto, I think. Yeah, Melky Mesa. Descalso, Gregorius, Dirks, and a Matt Dominguez Refractor. Be careful, we don't want you hurting yourself now. No speeding. You didn't miss much. Colvin, Ackley, throwback, and Curtis Granderson. Chase Whitley, John Pettibone, and Tsuyoshi Nishioka. Refractor. Flyers already scored. That's awesome. Yeah, Flyers have pretty much dominated that series, that's for sure. Paula, Kyle Blair, Konerko. Trey McNutt, Scott Cousins, base refractor. Lars Anderson. Yeah, that Blackhawks game, man, that was nuts. I don't follow hockey way too much, but definitely into it come playoff time. And that was Scahill, Josh Sale. That hit on Hossa was definitely a dirty shot. Spencer Arroyo, Peter Tago, Jacob Turner, die cut, Delgado. Daniel Brewer, DePaula. Yeah, I hope the Bruins go again. It's funny though, up here, I'm on Facebook and I see all these people who post about hockey who know absolutely nothing about hockey. And all of a sudden, they're the biggest Bruins fans in the world. People who didn't follow them years ago when I was in school and stuff. Now they're definitely pink hats. Matt Holliday. And then Victorino on the back. Packer, Eovaldi, and Jacob Turner. All right. On to box number 8. Yeah, the Hosmer rookies are not short printed, but it's just the odds of actually pulling one because you have 220 in the base set with the rookies and the veterans. You don't see, like, you'll only probably see a couple per case if you're lucky. You might see 1 to 2. Castro, Duran, Martin, Mesoraco. This is box number 8. So you'll see, a good amount of rookies, maybe 1 or 2 refractors, I would say. Chris Davis, David Ortiz, John Lester. I think in the 10 case Chrome Insanity break, I had a rookie. I think I had Eduardo Nunez. I only ended up with like 15. Bumgarner, Jake Marisnick, Ryan Tatsuko. But you won't see as many rookies as prospects. You probably see like Sabathia, Judy, Delgado, Beltran. Probably see like 3 or 4 prospects per case. And so each prospect you should get about 40. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like 35 to 45 for 10. Somewhere around there. Anthony Renato, die cut. Jorge Polanco, Bedrosian, Michael Pineda refractor, and a Freddie Freeman rookie. I actually was selling the Hosmer rookies. I had them selling on Check Out My Cards for like $4 a piece. Crumblis, Banuelos. I think I sold out of them though. Roy Halladay. Oh, we got gold. Ozzie Martinez, Aaron Althar, and I can already tell it's a vet, but let's see who we got. Oh, Johnny Damon. Johnny Damon, gold refractor. That one is numbered 26 out of 50. Ian Kroll, Zach Britton refractor, and ask and you shall receive. Eric Hosmer rookie card, and that bad boy is about as off center as it gets. Hard to tell from here, but still a Hosmer rookie card. But I mean, if you can sell those things for $3 a piece and you get 20, I mean that's pretty decent. Hopefully you get some color to go with it. Dakota Watts, Brett Jackson, or we hit the red auto. Superfractor's already gone, but and there's our auto. All right, back to $2 autos. Cutter Dykstra. You ask for Hosmer auto, you get Cutter Dykstra auto. Base version. Helping his dad pay legal bills. Now this is why I would never break a case for $1,000 of this stuff by myself. Oh, no doubt. If he becomes the player his dad was, that's definitely a $50 card. Dodson, Arcia, Segura. Yeah, I think he's like 20. Isn't he like 23 or something? Santana. He's a little bit old for a prospect, I think. But you never know. All right, we got a little bit more color. Bromberg, Ronnie Welty, and a blue. And that is an Adderlin Rodriguez blue. And that's an eBay 1/1 right there. 150 out of 150. Jake Thompson, Brandon Geyer, Billy Butler refractor, and a Trumbo rookie. Venable, Anthony Renato, Skaggs, and a Miguel Sano refractor. Die cut refractor. Wade Gaynor, Ramirez, and a Delino DeShields. Aaron Hill. Definitely is scary to open, but in a group break, it's fun as hell. Because now you never know what's coming out. The hits get a little more variance. Matt Moore Chrome, Garrett Gold, and Shelby Miller. Yeah, 15 cases. I really just can't believe that prices are where they are. And they're going to go up. I mean, well, you know, if we hit the Harper Super, you might be able to pick this stuff up for $500 a case tomorrow. So that's our plan. Wow, that's awesome. One box. Red non-auto Lowry. Stop. At that point, you need to break no more. Colton Kane, Smith, Manny Banuelos, die cut, and a McCann. And we got some more prospect blue here. Brandon Laird, Rob Brantley, and would you look at that? Another Rob Brantley. Well, if it's sitting in a Target, that's one thing, but you got to go check Dick's Sporting Goods where you can get them for $9.97, because that's where I just got five value boxes for $9.97. Get them before the codes expire. $9.97 each. And then I took a survey online and I got $10 off my next trip, so I can either check another Dick's, David Rom, Tyler Moore, Montero. I can check another Dick's and get $10 off of 50, or I can go back to my Dick's that I was up at near my house, and I can clean out their Topps Chrome 2011 blasters, which are also marked down to $9.97. Luke Jackson, Rodriguez, Gallardo. Yeah, I read about it on on one of the threads. Yeah, I don't want to check too many Dicks. That's right. Might get in trouble for doing that. I read I read on one of the threads about Dick's had him for 997. I was up Kemp refractor. I was up picking up this microphone, so I said, well, let me check it out. I got to buy batting gloves for softball, and wouldn't you know it, I ended up grabbing these. Brad Holt, Camareno, and I was distracted there by this pretty nice card. Anthony Renato, die cut out of 25. Numbered 8 out of 25. Definitely, that's a pretty nice card. He's like number 2 prospect in the Sox system right now. They could use him in the bigs, but unfortunately, I don't think he's ready. Manuel Solomon, and then there's our auto. Base, Aaron Hicks. Yuck. Well, not yuck. He's not too bad. Josh Hamilton. Yeah, that's a nice one, I guess. I'm thinking the other guys for the Twins. Bromberg. He's a $2 guy. Puelo, Cishek, Santana, and Tabata. Yeah, 2010 Bowman probably isn't going to be coming down anytime soon. I just can't see that. Euclid, unless Strasburg and Harper and all those guys completely fizzle out. Banuelos. Mike Montgomery. What do you mean, like a break where everybody gets? So where does the base go? Somebody pays for all the base slots or something? Oh, you keep it? Schaefer Hall, McNutt, Chipper Jones. Josh Sale, Bubbles, and Wainwright. Yeah, you'll always get some interest. Depending on where the price point is. I honestly, when I saw this posted up in the testing waters, I forget who had the idea. Maybe I think it was Danimal or something. Peter Tago, Brett Wallace refractor. I didn't think that there'd be enough interest, but hey, yeah, that is a good point. There are lots of degenerate gamblers, and myself included. But unfortunately, at this point, trying to buy a house right now, so not exactly. I don't know if I'd have the other half too happy with me if I was throwing around 330 on a break or 320 or whatnot. Nick Bucci, Dexter Fowler refractor. Ichiro, Jacob Turner, Chrome, and Billy Hamilton. we've had pretty good non-auto color in this, but we we haven't seen much auto color. Yeah, I'm hoping to fill that finest break. I don't know though. I mean, it's kind of been stagnating for a while. Just thought I'd try something different with that. But if it fills, great. If not, hey, we tried. It only has like 30 slots I think left to go for a player draft. I mean, I'd never seen one of those before for finest, so get to go through 5 cases. But either way, I'll leave it open through the week and see what interest we get on it, and if not, we'll come back and try something else. Cameron Garfield, Gregorius, Joe Mauer, and Clayton Kershaw. This is box number 10. Dominic Brown, Dirks, and there's the auto. And there's our favorite twin, David Bromberg, with a nice auto, 478 out of 500. And I don't think that could get much streakier. Hard to tell from the camera. All right, so a Twins box 10. And got more blue. Fernando Abad, Brody Colvin, and Wade Gaynor. That might be... No, I think we got Brantley. It's a couple of Tigers now who've had blue refractor, non-auto. Yeah, Gloria Gaynor's son. Yeah, no Turner. The Turner out of 150 would be nice. Is he back from his dead arm or whatever he had going on there? John Pettibone. Favorite card of Red Sox 2011. Did they? That's too bad. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they don't rush him like they did Porcello. Mendez, Cobernos, Green. Brewer, Zach Quate, Singleton. Chris Archer, Joseph, Kadire. Tejada. A little bit of something on the bottom there. Matt Packer, Peter Tago. Eovaldi, Starling Marte, Castellanos, Aaron Crow. There's our Dickie Joe Thon, blank, and that is the Ichiro Japanese back. Didn't Houdini have a theory about the Japanese back if it comes in the next pack after? Because there's our English version in the very next pack. I remember watching those breaks. There was something if it was a crazy case if that happened, but we need a crazy couple of boxes for this to be a crazy case. Yeah, the auto's already out for this box though. The auto already we got was Dave Bromberg, refractor. Roy Oswalt. I hope so. All right. Corey Riordan, Neftali Soto. I mean, we've had really good color out of this case. Though. I mean, the autos have sucked, but the color has been pretty good. And hey, Big Seth, you're gonna like this one. I don't know who it is. It's actually a pretty good guy. There he is, Gavin Sakini, refractor. That's like a $15 auto. Number 175 out of 417. Looks really nice too. Zucchini and Dustin Ackley rookie card on the back there. Crumblis, Benuelos, Dylan Gee. Hernandez, Alther, and a Teixeira refractor. Alexei Ramirez. Kind of interested to see what Topps is going to do in place of the USA now that they lost it. Ian Kroll, Stetson Ali, Chris Sale. They'll probably just go back to doing futures game sets and stuff like that. But Adelin Rodriguez, and there we go. John Pettibone, refractor. 221 out of 500. They actually lost it to Panini. So I don't know if they're going to put USA in some type of contenders product this year, or who knows. All right, let's see. We should have the Harper Super sitting in this next one because we just had the Ichiro double trick. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Although I do like the contenders stuff. I mean, I've opened a couple of things of contenders, and you know, it had some good autos in it, but still, everyone would rather have their guy in a major league uniform, not in his high school jersey. Jorge Polanco, Cameron Bedrosian, Dominguez. Ethan Martin, Hicks, DeShields. Oh, we got gold. Nunez, Marisnik, and it's a Brandon Beachy gold rookie. $38 out of $50. Yeah, that's not bad. I actually sold a Ryan Lavarnway gold refractor for $46 on eBay. Manny Machado, non-auto out of draft, but I was shocked. I had it up high, buy it now, best offer, and some guy came through and hit the buy it now button. DeMaster Delgado, Juwan James, Pedro Alvarez refractor. Some company in Japan or in California that ships to people who buy American eBay auctions in Japan. But I was worried, and it's like, this is something weird's going to happen out of this. But no, it was a pretty nice sale for me. Mike Trout rookie. Renato Chrome. Skaggs, Wade Gaynor, Gloria's son, and then the Pujols throwback. Matt Moore, Chrome. Nothing real big yet, but we got a lot of color, a lot of non-auto color, but we just had the double Ichiro type of deal here, so we're hoping for something good. And that would not be it. Wah wah. Brock Holt. But we still got one box left in this case. I think, but we've had a Melky Mesa blue and then a Banuelos refractor. So we did hit a man ban. We hit a Dodson, Magnuson. Yeah, hoping not to see Thon. Stetson Alley. I can't wait to see the Harper Super. I can't wait to be on the cover of Beckett magazine. Johnny Damon, refractor. Oh, what's this? Well, this is weird, but we'll take it, even though I don't think it's anything special. Schaefer Hall. So that's 2 autos in this box. Okay. Bonus. Hopefully that means we didn't get shorted one on the next one. Dykstra, Swaggerty, Brett Anderson. Well, unfortunately, I don't know how we're going to be able to keep it under the radar on this forum. Jonathan Singleton, Bubbles. And last pack, Scott Main, Brian Wilson refractor. Yeah. I liked the post. I'm not revealing what I paid for that slot. That was probably the first thought that crossed my mind, too. Curiosity. $1,500. That might be close. I think that might be close. I don't think it's too low. Well, maybe. I mean, you got to figure this is $9K worth of product. So, and who's the top draw out of this? I don't know. That's debatable, but. And right off the bat, there we go. Melky Mesa. Another Yankee. And that's a base auto. And unless things get real weird here with another big auto, the Ichiro theory can be put to rest. Sanchez, Ty Morrison. Now, do these cases have different serial numbers? Because we have all the same. And we got some more blue coming here. Bucci, Havens, and a Roman Mendez blue refractor. 117 out of 150. Yeah, not a Yankee. It's about time. Get those Yankees out of here. Miles Head, Vladimir Guerrero refractor. Yeah, there's only been one color auto in this case, which sucks. Kyle Parker, Enny Romero, Kipnis. AJ Cole, Fernando Abad, and Jason Hayward. Yeah, getting the chafe out of here. Oh, there we go. Brett Lawrie and Bryce Harper right after him. Then we get a Vizcaíno. My guess on the price, or my guess on the quantity of autos we're going to see tonight for the Nats? I don't want to know. I'm guessing it might be high, but Shelby Miller. We'll let you guys keep those dealings between yourselves. Jacob Turner Chrome, Colton Kane, Snyder. I mean, you figure 2 Harper autos are going to bring you, when he gets called up, probably $600. That's just the autos. And you figure you probably get 35 chromes. And even though these are the second chromes, they'll probably still get $3 to $4. Brantley, Rome, Sano, Bowman's best. Tyler Moore, Melky Mesa, Chisenhall. Yeah, that's it's a good spot to have. That's definitely what I'll say. Stetson Ali. Even though this case was not the greatest, the good news is, guys, we still got 9 cases to go. Elmer Reyes, Brad Holt, Brandon Belt refractor. Caminero, Solomon, and Tyone. Two packs left. Cesar Puello, Cishek. John Gast and Gustavo Pierre. All 10, I do not think I'm going to get to all 10 tonight. But I will definitely, and that's the end of case 1 right there. Let me just hit the stop record button.